Hi friends, welcome back to The Humble Therapist. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Today we will be talking about how to get through a rough patch. So welcome back. And today's topic was something that was brought on by personal life events. You know, I was going through a rough patch and I kept thinking to myself, what is helpful to do when you're just feeling so down or so anxious or just so out of whack, you know, to help you get back on track? Sometimes you do just have to give it time, but I will be sharing a few tidbits with you that might help when you are feeling specifically not like yourself or like, I just can't make it through this day. Hopefully these little strategies might help you feel better sooner. Number one, and this might be the thing that takes the most out of us, but it is stick to your schedule, stick to your routine. When we feel down, when we feel anxious, when we just don't feel like ourselves, the first thing we might want to do is, you know, just stay home all day and not face the world. I want to challenge you, if possible, to stick to your routine, stick to your schedule, go to work, go to any scheduled appointments you might have with your medical doctor, your therapist. If you had outings with friends, try to make it. I guarantee you that sticking to your schedule might be one of the most important things to staying on track with your mental health and your mental wellness. Granted, if you don't feel well enough to drive or if you don't feel well enough to leave the house, by all means, stay home or ask someone to drive you to any appointments or other things that you might have to do. But I do want to encourage you, if you can, show up and try to make it through the day. One of the very most important things about getting through a rough patch is being present. So if you can do that for yourself, then I think that it will help you make it through, and hopefully things will start to look up soon. Number two, talk it out with a trusted person. Whether this person is your therapist, your spouse, a friend, your sister, brother, whoever it might be, talk it out. I have a very hard time with this one because I will sit on my feelings until I can no longer bear it, and then I will finally reach out. But then I realize if I had only reached out sooner, I might have started to feel better sooner because I talked about my feelings and talked about how I felt rather than holding them in. So I really want to encourage you to talk it out with someone that you trust, even if it is through your blog. You know, talk it out, type it out, reach out is the point. And then that might help you get through this rough patch a little bit sooner rather than later. Number three, practice safe coping skills. I have several videos up talking about coping skills already, and sometimes what I say to you might start to sound a little bit repetitive. But if it sounds that way, it is because healthy coping skills are always the way to go. Below this video, there will be a link to more than 100 safe coping skills that I've transcribed onto the blog so that you guys can have easy access to them. So check out the link below if you need new ideas for safe coping skills, as well as checking out my prior videos. Number four, get those feelings out. Laugh it out, cry it out, draw it out, dance it out, whatever it is that helps you, just try to get those feelings out. If talking didn't help, if practicing a safe coping skill didn't help, sometimes it's okay to let yourself just cry or laugh it out or do whatever it is you need to do to experience that feeling so that you can process it, heal it, and hopefully move through whatever it was that was causing you such intense and overwhelming feelings. And number five, rest. I know in number one, I said to try to stick to your schedule, try to make it to any appointments you might have. However, it is always okay to take a mental health day. Just as if you had a cold or if you were having, you know, very bad body aches and you would stay home, same thing goes for mental health. You know, sometimes it's okay to just say, I was getting over an illness, even if that illness is a mental illness. And I think we're just scared to say that because people sometimes don't understand. So if you still don't feel safe sharing that it was a mental illness, all you have to say to an employer or to a friend is, hey, I stayed home because I was taking care of myself and I was getting over an illness. It is always okay to rest, because if you are not okay, then you cannot go out into the world and be okay and or help others. So make sure that you are taking care of yourself. So I know that even though going through a rough patch is no fun at all, I do hope that these 5 things that I've shared in the video might help you make it through a rough patch in just a smoother fashion. I know that it's painful sometimes, I know that life gets hard sometimes, but I always want to encourage you to keep going, keep pushing through, reach out. That's what people and mental health professionals are here for. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this week. Don't forget to subscribe, like the videos, comment, share us on social media. I am really happy about the mental health community that we are building together. And I do wish you guys all a very wonderful week. And if you are going through a rough patch, please know I believe in you. Stick it out. You are going to make it.